not one person from the church.
So Elizabeth, thanks for sharing your story, and I know I and you both know that, we didn't both go to that same congregation. But, thanks for sharing your story, because, when I hear things like this, it's something that, I want to reflect myself on, and to make sure that, that I'm doing as I should be doing. And that's what all Christians should be doing, when they hear of something that happens and they should have done more. We should be looking at ourselves and thinking, what am I doing in my own congregation? And it's sad that happened. The scripture, divorce isn't a sin. It's not simple to get a divorce within the scripture, or at least I haven't seen it. There are guidelines. There are sinful things that can follow. We're given a reason in which we can be divorced and remarry. But divorce in and of itself, it isn't sinful. And as a woman, women are called to teach children. And there's no specifications on that. The only thing with teaching children, or any position within your congregation, even if it's videographer or whatever it is you do, the only thing that you really should be is a practicing Christian. A divorce, I don't see how that would make you no longer a practicing Christian. As long as you're not in sin, living in sin, and enjoying said sin, and you're searching after the Lord, you should be, you're still a practicing Christian. You're still, living for the Lord and trying to do what you can do for Him. I do have a question. It's not one you have to answer. It's just a thought, as a pastor or an elder, same thing. There are specifications, and from listening to your video and hearing the things that you were saying, it sounded like then your ex was still the pastor of said congregation. And, as a pastor or elder of a congregation, you're supposed to be the husband of one wife. So just something to think about. And, again, thanks for posting this. And may every Christian who's heard your video, may they reflect on themselves to ensure that they too are doing what they should be doing, that we should be loving one another, reaching out to one another in their times of need, and trying to show that Christian love that Christ showed